Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Chad with ecovapors.com, and today I'm going to show you how to rebuild the Kanger RDA subtank. I don't really care for the RDA. I prefer the subtank coils, rebuilding those, but I figured since these are such a pain to build, I will show you how to build it. This one here is rocking, I think, 0.45. Not a whole lot of vapor. Normally, if I throw it on my box mod, I can go a little bit higher, but I suck the cotton dry. So it's 0.48. We'll put it on 30 watts. And see, I already get that cotton paste. So I have to turn it down. So I mean, it's not bad. It's great if you need a tank, you know, and you don't have a coil that you can rebuild. And so as long as you run it on a mech or a box mod on low watts, that way it allows it some time to go ahead and rewick, or you know, build a couple more wraps in it and try to make it where it's like a 0.8 or a 0.9, then it might be all right. But either way, let me go to the next screen. I will show you how to build one for yourself, and then you can tinker with it and adjust it to your own likings. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to disassemble the RDA on the Kanger Subtank and show you how to build a nice, simple single coil. So let's get started. Alright, so here's your base we build on, and a key thing to remember is that this platform here, this is the center platform or the positive contact, and this is the negative. And so in case you ever need to tighten or loosen it, you can just use this piece here. Try to stay in focus here. It completely unscrews, and then that comes off. And there you can see how it's this is the center post basically. So when you rebuild it, you want to make sure that the lead from this side does not touch the block. If it does, normally it'll just burn in two. You just have to start over. So just a little heads up. Another thing is, these are a pain in the ass to build. These little screws do not like holding the wire, and so we're going to take the wire and try to wrap it around them. I've built an infinity coil in these, a shotgun coil, vertical coil, and I think that if you use 24 gauge and build a low ohm single coil, it seems to work the best. It doesn't have a problem trying to keep up as much, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we'll be using about 10 inches of 24 gauge Kanthal. I'm going to be wrapping it around a 2mm screwdriver, and I think I'm going to be doing around 6 wraps. So go ahead and straighten up your leads. Now whenever you're doing this coil here, you're going to want to bend the lead all the way around, and so you have one going one direction and the other going the opposite direction. Something like that. Okay. Now we're going to put the coil in the center, right by the air hole, right above the air hole. And I'm going to try to take a pair of needle nose so I can wrap that wire around the contact. And I missed. Now we are going to snug that wire up. And then we're going to do the other side. Also, you want the wire to go around so the screw turns to the clock or clockwise to tighten it, so righty tighty, lefty loosey. And so you want the wire to wrap around the right side of it, so when the screw turns to tighten, it grabs the wire and tightens the wire as well. Now we can tighten up that side. Now we're going to trim our ends. Put our screwdriver back in the center. We're going to adjust the coil. Pick it up. And like I said, you want to make sure that the lead here is not on top of that block. And so if it is a little bit, just take a small screwdriver, kind of pick up slightly, and that way you can see that it's not on top of the block here. Okay, so now we're going to put it on our mod and fire it so we can adjust it. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and check the resistance of it. Normally I do that before I fire it, but I've built this about 3 times now, so I have a general idea of what it's going to be. 0.45. And so I think the key to the Kanger RDA is that you do not want to build it too low, because you'll suck the wick dry before it can rewick it, because the holes are so small, feeding holes. So alright, so next up we're going to wick it. Okay, so I'm using 100% organic cotton, and you just want to make sure it's relatively small in size, actually, because the tighter it is, the harder it is for it to feed the liquid through. So you can see that right there I'm a little tight, and I think the key to these is on the channels here. The liquid comes here, and then it relies to suck right up here, and so I think we need to put the cotton right here up to this point, this ridge, that it works best. So we're going to take our scissors, we're going to cut about like that. And that way it doesn't cover the hole, but it will sit in that channel, and the cap will go over it, obviously. So alright, so now all we have to do is put our cap on and put it together. Now on my cap, it kept on getting stuck, so I kind of bent it trying to get it unscrewed. So I'm just going to do this a little bit different. So normally I would put the cap on, take off the top cap, and then mess around with it, but this time I'm going to try to wick it from the top and then put my cap back on. Today I'm actually using unicorn tears from Eco Vapors, Max VG 3 milligram. Just a wonderful, wonderful juice. It's delicious. It's a fruit melody, has a little pineapple in it. It's just amazing. Go ahead and put that on my mod, see how she's firing, show you how she's firing. Get in frame. So she's putting off a lot of vapor. Now I'm just going to kind of mat down these over the wicking holes like such, and then I will put my cap back on. There you go. Alright. So now let's fill it up with some juice and see how she does. Okay, so I have it all back together, and now I'll go to the next screen and we'll talk some more about it. So I've been vaping on this here for a couple hours now. Probably vaped 3 or 4 mils, off and on. And it really it's not bad. Right now I'm running on 20 watts, which is equivalent to 3 volts, and it's not bad. So it really just depends on what you want to do. Like I said, if you need a tank and you don't have a coil in your hand on hand and you want to just build a coil real quick, then it works out pretty good. So other than that, I think that's all there is today. Also, Unicorn Tears is awesome. Just let you know. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. This is Chad with EcoVapors.com.